Hey folks, I just thought I'd do this as a quick vid with my streaming software, which is an update on my Dartmoor Western Line advancement, I guess, and how far we've gone so far and kind of what's still to do. So the map has advanced since my first Western Line video, which is a little bit long-winded, but you can watch it on YouTube. It kind of explains what this map is. This is Dartmoor National Park on the Google Earth. It's a mess of names and stuff. You may remember we drew a circle with 3 bars. The blue polygon, which is here, you can just make it out, is the Western Line. It's what I'm talking about. The green polygon is the Central Line. We have visited some tours from that recently, actually. And the yellow polygon is the Eastern Line. So I'm not talking about the Eastern Line. The red icons are tours there, unless they're visited, in which case they're these green campfire symbols. All across the board, the green campfire symbols are visited tours. On the Eastern Line, yellow polygon, red, unvisited tours. On the Central Line, green polygon background, little blue arrows, unvisited tours. But we're concerning ourselves with this blue polygon here, which is the Western Line. That's the one that I'm trying to conquer, as in visit all the tours of. It's a little difficult because some of the tours are private, so they won't be able to be accessed, but can be taken photos of from afar, depending on if you can get high enough or if the angle's right. You can see them, but you can't really go to them. Things like Vixen Tor, everyone knows Vixen Tor on Dartmoor is notoriously difficult to visit, but everyone can see it. So yeah, the orange volcanoes on this blue polygon are the unvisited tours. They're the ones we're aiming to visit. We've actually visited this one here, but we didn't explore it. That's Overtor. We didn't know what it was at the time. I don't think we explored it fully, so that's why that's a orange volcano. And across the board, the little green campfires are tours that we have visited. So you can see the 3 to 4 staple tours there. Little staple tour, middle staple tour, great staple tour, roost tour. So within the blue polygon, there are also little bubbles. I can't remember, I think I've called them zones. Let's try right clicking. Incomplete zone. That's actually a complete zone. So incomplete zones are yellow. They usually have some tours in that we have not been to. Complete zones are green, although they may contain private tours that we can't get to. So we've visited all the tours you can visit. So over here we've got the Pew Tour area. I've called it a green completed zone because we've been to Sanford Tour, Pew Tour, Little Heckwood Tour, and over here we've got Feather Tour. I think I've put them in the Cox Tour zone. But obviously over here you've got things like Dual Rock and Vixen Tour, which everyone can see because it's a very touristy area and it's very visible, but people aren't permitted to go there because it's owned by the house that sits just beside it. It's all private land. So that's how I'm operating. Over here it's a bit of a mess, but you can kind of make out that there is a blue line. Here's the blue line. That's the road from Oakhampton to Plymouth. That's the main road, the one that we mainly use to access all the tours. I said this last Western Line video though, so I'm just reiterating, I guess. Let's move this tilt down. Let's show you everything we have and haven't done so far, the progress. So up here in the north, near Oakhampton, the most northern tor is no longer Tor's End, it is Ashbury Tor, which we haven't been to. So here's an incomplete zone. Been to East Hill, that overlooks Oakhampton town. We got Ashbury Tor, Ashbury Lower Crags, Halstock Cleve Tor, Cleve Tor, West Cleve, Halstock Wood Tor, and West Cleve Gorge Rocks, I guess. Down here, this looks like it would be a completed polygon. This is what I call the Northern Range. But the Walrus Stone has not been visited yet. So up here you got Tor's End, Scare Tor, Bellstone Tor, Higher Tor, all the outcrops, Lower Tor, Winter Tor, Natterborough Tor, Oak Tor. This bubble is the next on. You've got Row Tor, Hart Tor 2, East Mill Tor, haven't been to Curtry Clitters, haven't been to Little Tor, West Mill Tor, Little Tor, haven't been there. That's a part of West Mill Tor, kind of. Yes Tor, that's second highest on Dartmoor, we camped up there. Hampster Tor, that's kind of an outcrop of High Will Hayes, which is the highest tor on Dartmoor. Got Fordsland Ledge there. I don't know if are there actually rocks at Fordsland Ledge. There are actually rocks there. I'm actually going to call that a tor in terms of the icon, because I don't know why I've just done that as a green thingy. How do you do this? Save my places. Blacker Tor, haven't been there. This is a complete zone. Meldon Reservoir, Meldon Wood Rocks, Southdown Spur, Southdown Northeast, Southdown Summit, Southdown Southeast Tor, Homerton Hill, Longstone Hill. Over here you've got new bubble East Tor, Sowerton Tors, this is Sowerton Village on the road, Corn Tor, Corn Ridge, Branscombe's Loaf, Shelston Tor, Slipper Stones, we kind of visited one of them, I don't know if we visited the main bulk of them. Stenger Tor, Kitty Tor, Woodcock Hill and Hunt Tor have not been visited. Hunt Tor notoriously has the worst terrain on Dartmoor on this side of it that I have found so far. Another bubble here, separated off, is containing mainly Great Links Tor, biggest tor in the area, quite tall. And there's Gren Tor, Woodcock Tor I haven't been to physically, passed it on the track though. Great Nodden, Little Links, Lower Arms, Smallcombe Rocks, Higher Dunnagoot, Lower Dunnagoot, Green Tor, Arms Tor, Vale Down Rocks haven't been to, might be in a private field, not sure. Widgery Cross Brat Tor, been to a few times. Chat Tor, Sharp Tor, Doe Tor, Black Rock, complete as of this year. That was a nice little journey. Skit Crags haven't got to yet. I'm going to zoom out because some of this is odd. Haven't been to Ravens Tor, you need to pay to get into Lidford Gorge to visit that one, I have a feeling. Prescombe Rop's been there. Vast Tor, Was Tor, whatever you want to call it. Private land, got up to it, saw it, couldn't get actually up to it, you know, right up to it. Over here you got the Willsworthy firing range. A lot of these are on 3 Dartmoor firing ranges, where if you're in the north or the west, you have to check your firing times before you go out to the tour with the the UK UK military firing times timetable, which is regularly updated. Just check that before you go out, because they may be firing. Hare Tor, Little Hare Tor. Actually, this could be Little Hare Tor here, so that second pyramid bit on the cone of Hare Tor edge. Might not be Little Hare Tor in hindsight. Finally got to the Tavy Cleave Tors. My dad really wanted to get to these. Tavy Cleave North, East, Lower. Tavy Cleave North, East, Higher. Tavy Cleave North, Sharp Tor 7. Tavy Cleave South Tor. I think we've got the dividing line of the western and central lines here. So Furtor's over here somewhere. Where is Furtor? Am I blind? Where's Furtor? Oh, here we go. That's Furtor. You can see that from some points of the west, but it's actually, I've called it Central Line. Did we miss anything here? No. So over here you've got Standon Hill, Lynch Tor, the Limsborough, Browsen Tor, Bagger Tor, Smith Hill Tor. This is a weird shape because it's actually I've bubbled it around the road through Cudlip Town. Over here, Gibbet Hill, Brent Tor. No other Tors there, but Wheel Jewel Reservoir's there. Over here, the Master Rock. Haven't been to Coffinwood Tor, Creasonwood Tor, Big Rock. These are in the woods surrounding the River Tavy. Brimhill Tor, Kent Tor. 2 guesses at where it is. Fox Tor 2. High Tor, a guess. I think it was right. Long Timber Tor. So, yeah, what else have we got? There's a bubble here. This is everything surrounding White Tor, so that's the big one. You've got all the different stacks have smeared them down, a big line there of rocks on that one. Little Coombe Tor, Fursey Tor, Boulters Tor, Little Boulters Tor, Set Tor, Wedlake Tor, 3 stacks. Little White Tor, Butterberry's Rocks, Hare Tor 2, an unknown Tor beyond the wall, the Langstone. Then the line reduces, it gets thinner. We've got the most popular and easy to access region of the western line of Dartmoor. You've got Cox Tor here, Little Cox Tor, Lower Cox Tor, Sharp Tor 3, Great Coombe Tor, the staple Tors I showed earlier, Little Miss Tor, Great Miss Tor, and down here on the other side the Cox Tor car park, Barnhill Rocks, the Prouty Town Rocks, Windy Post Cross and Feather Tor. Then you got this bubble I showed you earlier surrounding Pew Tor. Up here you have the Merivale region, I think, and the Foggin Tor. So Merivale Quarry is up there. Over Tor and Church Rock, we'll probably visit those soonish. Long Ash Tor is down here with various stacks. In the woods, Hucken Tor, Little King's Tor, King's Tor, those are quite nice. Not so straightforward to visit it from the road. Swell Tor Quarry, Foggin Tor Quarry. Over here you've got a little one surrounding the North Hessery Mast, which is a very striking landmark on Dartmoor. North Hessery Tor, Hernhole Tor, Rundleston Tor, Hollow Tor, Billy's Tor, Little Hessery Tor. Now all visited. Go lower down from that, more south, you've got the area of Cranber. Over here you've got Ingra Tor on the dismantled railway. Crip Tor might be in private land. I don't know if we fully saw that one. Yes Tor 2 and Fur Tor 2 on either side of the GWR tramway. Leiden Tor, Little Leiden Tor. It's funny they call one Little Leiden Tor, I hadn't noticed that before. Black Tor 1 on the other side of the road there. You can see this streak here is the road from Princetown to Yelverton, I think. Hart Tor, Giant's Marble, Cranber Tor, Crazy Well Pool. We're getting near to Burrow Tor with Crazy Well Pool, of course. South Hessery Tor, and the town of Princetown right in the middle of West Dartmoor. This polygon spans into the central line where Petercott Hill is, and we visited Whiteworks. Let's go back into the western line. More south than that, you've got the Sharpetor region on the edge of Burrator Reservoir. Sharpetor, one called Little Sharpetor, which is weird, I haven't noticed that before. Peak Hill, Lowery Hill, Leathertor, Lower Leathertor. And haven't seen the Gypsy Rock, not sure if that's in a private field or what. Now we're on, if we jump over here, we're outside the line of Dartmoor, but we're in the Buckland area. You've got Raven Rock 1, Buckator, West Down Crags, Goat Rock, Bucktor and Berrator. Haven't been there. That lies further on from Drake's Trail. There's the town of Horrobridge. At Rowborough you've got the, sorry, not Rowborough, at Yelverton, this one here, you've got the rock, which is called the Rowborough Rock. I always get confused with that. And I haven't been able to get to Chubb Tor, wherever that is. I think I had a little go at it, didn't quite manage. At Burrator Reservoir you've of course got Sheep's Tor that the reservoir kind of wraps around. Then on Sheep's Tor you've got Narrator and Maiden Tor. We camped there. Actually, I should put a little icon up. I've got a little icon that I used to say I've camped. It's a white triangle. So that was on Sheep's Tor. Whereabouts on Sheep's Tor? It was sort of around here. What else you got here? You've got Burrator, which is the reservoir's named after, on the corner of the dam. Other side of the dam and down here near the car parks you've got Upper Clague and Lower Clague Tor. Back to the reservoir, and near at the end you've got the big one, Down Tor. You've got Little Down Tor, Middleworth Tor. Further on from that you've got Hingston Hill, Coombs Head Tor and Cuckoo Rock. There's a little river valley here that runs all the way down to the base of the reservoir. Along the other side of that valley you've got the crazy array of mini rough tors. West Rough Tor, Lower West Rough Tor, Great Rough Tor, Lower Rough Tor, Rough Tor Rock, Great Rough Tor, seriously, Middle Rough Tor, Rough Tor 2, East Rough Tor. Over here further on you've got Click Tor and the Deancombe Rocks. Haven't successfully visited all of those. Another polygon, more south. This is stuff around Eelsbarrow, which is in the central line. We did visit those though. You've got Legis Tor, Gutter Tor and Round Hill are the main ones. Nat Tor is in a little field there, but it's a private field. Calisham Tor might be in a private field as well. Not sure. So now we're in very southwest Dartmoor. There's a bunch of interesting stuff here that I haven't visited, surrounding a huge cliff called the Dewstone. The Dewstone Rock or Crags. And then Dewstone Hills above it. And then the River Plym wraps around this kind of finger of land. And there's Dewstone West, Grenavon Stack, Nollywood Tor. Then on this side of the valley, West Down Piles, West Down Tor and Show Beacon, which is above the village of Show Prior, which my dad wants to pronounce Shaw, but I want to pronounce Show. Over here you've got Little Cadover Tor, which is by Cadover Bridge, the Durance Rocks and Wigford Downhill. Here you've got a town called Brisworthy. Over here by the road something called Brisworthy Plantation, which we were thinking of visiting after we saw good parking. Nearer the central line, we visited this the other day, the Trousworthys. You got Great Trousworthy Tor, Little Trousworthy Tor, Shady Back Tor, and then I crossed into the central line to get Hexton Tor, which was a bit of a kerfuffle the other day. And then Big Pond there, if you remember a recent video. More south than that, you've got this final bubble, which is the most southwestern tors. It used to be that Black Elder I thought was going to be the most southwestern, but now we've found some more. It's now Crown Hill Tor, which we visited the other day, and Broomage Tor, Broomage Farm Ruins, White Hill Tor. All the clay mine stuff is here. Under White Hill Tor, technically I would say not Dartmoor, like they've just a few meters, like I don't know, I don't know if you say miles or what, broken off from Dartmoor. Black Elder Tor is here, Black Elder Tor lower, saw them the other day. It's all under the Leemore Clay Works. Over here is some random stuff. We found a tall Gorsey mound and a lookout hill, which I've put a Tor icon on for some reason. Collard Tor, which is above the village of Water. Hawks Tor, again. There's a little car park there outside of Water. And in this bubble as well, we have not visited. Let's just reposition the tilt. We have not visited Saddlesborough Hill, or Luxton Tor, as it's also known. And that is everything. So, you can see a fair bit of green, a fair bit of green campfire icons, which obviously means places I've been, and the green lines are also like paths I've been. If you see a pink line, it's possibly a... I don't know why this is here. That should be green, so there's either pink or aqua colour. So if it's like pink like this, then it's meant to mean we haven't done it yet and it's a future trip, or if it's aqua, I just kind of do it to vary paths that are next to each other so they stand out better. So if it's pink or aqua, like it's meant to be a future trip. This one actually we've done, so I'm going to actually turn it green. So you can sort of see some pink stuff, pink lines here. You can see some, that's meant to be green actually. Aqua line, that's more aqua than green, so I'll turn it green. See if we can find another aqua line. Here we go. Hawks Tor to Saddlesborough trig point is aqua blue, aquamarine. There's a pink there, so you can sort of see what I'm doing with the lines. If it's a different random colour, then it probably means something completely different. Like that, I think is that orange is the colour coding for the GWR railway tramway. Wherever you see a red, it means this is a bad area of land to deal with, and we found out that it's a bad area of land. So, obviously you've got the Langstone Mire here. What have we got here? There's a mire there near Cox Hill, which is central Dartmoor. There's a bad boggy area here outside of Gurtor, another one here before the bridge that goes over the Leet. There's a boggy area here between Gurtor and Taviecleave South Tor. If you're high enough you can get past it. There's a boggy area here right between Arms Tor and Brat Tor, Widgery Cross. This is nightmare terrain just at the base of Hunt Tor, between Hunt Tor and the tramway. It's a bit nightmarish. This is pretty horrible terrain between Branscombe's Loaf and the Slipper Stones, and so that's what the red means. And you can see more pink lines here to be done. There's an aqua line here, I don't know why. I'm gonna make that green. Wait, why is it aqua? It comes off here. Oh, I see, that should stay aqua because it's like, here's a walk I can do between Bellstone and Oakhampton, taking in all the tors, so I'll leave that aqua. I don't know what this pink one is. I think this weird lilac-y pink one is meant to be can I do tons of tours all in one trip? Which is really unlikely. Anyway, so that's just a little update on the Western Line progress or advancement. I hate using the word progress because of what progressives have done, so-called progressives. So yeah, I tend to swap that out for the word advancement. It just sounds better to me. Yeah, so that's that shows you all the stuff that I haven't done. We're still slowly plugging away whenever we get a chance to do a trip, just to exercise our freedoms more than anything. So that was a Western Line update. Thank you for watching.